Yo, what's going on, gang? Today we have Season 4 patch notes. This was a massive update. I just kind of want to breeze through it real quick, really kind of highlight guns and some other changes that were made that are going to be pretty big. Go ahead and kicking things off with Urzikstan Battle Royale. Player count was increased. We got 20 more people in Standard Battle Royale. I think that is a very viable change. Obviously, it needs to be higher, but it's a start. I mean, that's all they can do is it's a start. It says in an effort to enhance the Battle Royale experience on Urzikstan, we've decided to increase number of players in each match from 100 to 120. I definitely think it should probably be $140, maybe $150, and just really keep the pace going. They said Gulag tokens now have a low chance to appear in general loot. Our goal with the economy, our economy is to make cash more meaningful and create clear paths for acquiring keys. I mean, if we're being real here, 120 was a good move in terms of cash flow, make loadouts less money, and personally, if it's not Resurgence, I don't think you should be able to buy individual guns. I think you should just, as a team or as a solo, be able to buy a loadout and get it popping. It's different on Resurgence because it's so fast paced, but with how much of a snooze fest Urzikstan is, how slow the gameplay genuinely is, just make it a loadout like that. Let's fix it up here. All right, if you're gonna fix it, like fully fix it. For Urzikstan, bunkers are now unlocked. This is very similar to the bunker event in 2019. Unlock bunkers now have an escape hatch as an alternative exit. New rewards have been added to various locations. Buyback Royale is going to be returning. Squad size will be in solos. Buyback quads is one of the best Battle Royale game modes. It's so much fun, bro. God, they need to add buyback quads. Weekly playlist. We got the buyback solos, rank play trios, plunder quads, Battle Royale standard. That's just duo, trios, and quads. And then Resurgence, we got solo, duo, trio, quad. General for Warzone rewards. This is just kind of talking about like general stuff, like you get rewards for spending money, having contracts, social, and based on modes you play. All new maps, all new modes. New modes on Urzikstan. We got tag sprint boots. Infiltrating any of these accessible bunkers to obtain the tactical sprint boost perk will give you an increase to your base speed and an infinite tactical sprint improvement. Do not drop on death. Can be found in bunkers. Do not reduce fall damage. A specialist perk pack. Everyone knows what specialist is. Basically gives you every perk in the game at once. It's super fun. You can buy for 30,000. It's outrageous. It is an outrageous amount of money. I mean, for a specialist pack, it makes sense, but when loadout's already 20k, what are we talking about here? Bunker Buster, it's going to be a kill streak. It kills people inside of buildings. Not that precision airstrikes already don't handle that enough. We have a perk that exclusively does that now. Utility box. This is just armor and plates. Solid change. Loot hot zones. These are just points on the map where you get better loot off the drop. Runaway train's a public event. Train that goes around the match. 10% chance of spawning. It usually has good loot on it as well. And then the new Polaris, it's like their newest collaboration in terms of an advertisement, like when they did the Hummer EV. I guess Polaris pumped out a ton of money to have their vehicle added to Warzone. Let's see, all maps, we got ground loot weapons, no weapon when unturned this season's ground loot weapon update. Players will find updated ground loot builds across every weapon class. Awesome. Gas mask quality of life, hopefully you don't just wear it all the damn time, and you don't have to like set it to where it's on, it just does its thing. Gas mask now is a manual, automatic, and semi-automatic setting. A new keybind has been added for manual behavior. I don't know why they ever touched the gas mask in the first place. Like, I really don't. Like, it's either you have it on or you don't, and then you have to, like, if you have it on, it, like, you modifies your screen. It's so frustrating. Like, it just plays into that whole, like, realism effect. Like, nobody's playing Warzone for realism. I'm telling you that right now. Like nobody, even the most casual gamer who's just playing like every so often, no one's playing this game for the realism. So like throw it at the bottom of the screen like you already do, and then don't mess with the borders of the screen. I think that's such a waste. It really is a waste. Super annoying. Initial circle, the delay time before the initial circle begins to shrink has been increased to 2 minutes, up from 1. They're making it slower. We added more players, but we slowed the ring down, bro. Unreal. God, these people don't understand. Like, we just want a game that moves. Like, Rebirth Island was the only thing people were playing at the end of 2019's life because of pacing, man. Everyone wants to just fly around and get in the action. No one wants to sit around for an extra minute now, slow the game down. No one wants that. Speed the bitch up. Like, that's crazy, bro. A recording from start to finish, from the cutscene to the end of the victory cutscene in Modern Warfare 2019 was 25 minutes, 25 minutes. I think now when I do a full recording, it's 28.5 minutes. There's less players, bigger map, way slower. Speed the shit up. Let's see, loadout right here. It just says variable. They don't want to put the price on the buy station update for the loadout. They just put variable. Loadout, let's just change this to way too fucking expensive. New weapons. This is the main thing we're here for. We got the Superior 46, new submachine gun. Essentially the Riveter reskinned into an SMG. This pistol caliber carbine chambered in a 4630 is designed to give impressive stopping power with a skeletonized lightweight. Yeah, blah blah blah. Can be modified to excel in most combat scenarios. Looks like it probably could be modified to be sniper support as well. Just having the longer barrel, that skeletal frame. The Kar 98K is back. It looks, from what I've seen, it looks like the Kar 98 is not a one-shot headshot unless they're, 2 plates or whatever. 3 plates, not a one-shot headshot. Even up close, I've noticed that. Which is crazy because they say it's like, oh, it's high damage output with a slow rate of fire. This thing's always been a one-shot headshot. It's exciting. The actual style of the gun, though, is the Vanguard version of the Kar 98K. It's not the 2019. Doesn't sound the same. Has a different feel to a different look. Be alright, but again, let's stop feeding out all the bullshit for the hype and the lore when it's not following it up. Don't put high damage output on a gun that has always been a one-shot kill in Call of Duty. For headshots when it's not right now. So I would put moderately high damage output, or just like put what people want to see, like the truth, just like, hey, it doesn't one shot unless they have, not full plates. Jack Harbinger kit. These are going to be new aftermarket parts. This can be for the M4. This 50 cal conversion kit for the M4 is extremely deadly. Quick kill weapon. The slow fire rate drop in bullet velocity and significant increase in recoil will acquire a careful hand. It's cool they're adding stuff like this. I'd like to see in one of the more futuristic CODs in the future, maybe something like a 50 Beowulf added to the mix. If you are unfamiliar what that is an assault rifle. It's an AR-15 style body that shoots a 50 caliber bullet. It's called the 50 Beowulf. They are unbelievable. They have slower fire rates, obviously very slow bullet velocity, but they absolutely schmack. So that'd be cool to see them add something like that. We have the Jack Gunslinger. This is going to be a Basilisk handgun. Frame and cylinder conversion that allows revolver to hold 8 rounds of 357. Let's see. The Volk for the Cage Inhibitor sniper rifle. Meticulously crafted stock and receiver modification that updates the weapon to fire a 2-round burst at a minimal MOA dispersion, making every trigger pull count. That could be solid. Like, if you're not going to make your snipers one shot, if they're 2-shot, you make them all 2-shot bursts. We're back in business. That's behind that. Let's see. Let's just get past this. I want to see nerfs and buffs. I'm itching for the good stuff here, gang. BP50. We're just going to go through it quick. Nerf Battle 27 got a buff Not huge buff, could make it possibly in contention. I doubt it. Holger 556 got a buff. This definitely was in like top tier contention, so this could be new meta for sure. SVA got nerfed. MCW got buffed. This could be good. MTZ looks like it got buffed. That's huge. Capsoft 762 got a buff. This gun plays just like the AMAX. Very, very similar. That could be massive. The Chimera, let's see. Buffed. It got a buff, and the Hemlock got a buff as well. That we are playing with fire here, but I am here for it. That gun is absolutely raw. The AMR9 looks like it got a buff as well, which is huge. This gun was right on the edge of being one of the most like goated metas when the Renetti dropped. AMR9's back. That could put it right back on top. The FJX Horus got all kinds of a buff. Maybe we see this coming in the mix. It's a new gun that no one really even touched. And usually when COD adds a new SMG, they want it to be broken. They want people to get the bundles, blah, blah, blah. It looks like it's time for that to happen. Rival 9 got a bullet velocity increase and an increased rate of fire with the jack conversion kit. That could be super deadly. That's a huge increase in fire rate, by the way. 882 from 682. 200 rounds per minute increase. That's fat. The Rival 9's about to be dirty. Striker 9 looks like it got nerfed. The WSP 9 got nerfed as well, which sucks. It looks like they just did like damage range, not overall damage. So up close, it's probably still nasty. With everything else kind of getting nerfed, it should still play a part in the meta. Undoubtedly, DG58 got nerfed, got it. Holger 26 got an increased headshot multiplier. Not enough to make the gun crazy. XRK Stalker, neck multiplier decreased. You gotta love this. Like, oh hey, like let's decrease the damage on this sniper that barely one shots a distance. Unbelievable, man. Warzone Rank Play Battle Royale. While our teams are targeting to release Rank Play Battle Royale before the end of the year, we are not ready to commit to specific timing just yet. We're using the months ahead to release and tune the design of our Rank Play system to reflect and complement changes since made to the core Battle Royale experience. All I'm saying to like Rank Play coming to Battle Royale, Rank Play Battle Royale, if they're going to make this change, you gotta make sure that Battle Royale is just not a hunk of shit. Like it's God, dude, could you imagine if we had a ranked play in Warzone, like Modern Warfare 2019, like the good shit, like the good Warzone, peak map location, good coloring, good pacing, vehicles were great, everything was just so flush and fluid. Did it get stale? 100% the game got stale. That's normal. Like, that's why everyone's crying for a new map. But the core of the game was peak. Then Caldera came out, and everyone's like, yo, what are we doing here? Why did we change the map and the mechanics? And mechanics weren't the problem. So they need to fix their game, bro. Fix that. It'd be all right. I think, seriously, like, if they fix that, I think they'll be fine. Resurgence, though, Rank Play Resurgence is such a work of art. I think that's something Call of Duty absolutely capitalized on and crushed, bro. The Rank Play Battle Royale experience and Resurgence on Rebirth Island is flawless. They smashed it out of the park. You don't have to have like a super sweaty team to get in there and play by yourself. Everything about it is peak. They did a premier job at that. So hats off to COD for knocking that one out of the park at least. This is just going to talk about rewards you get for the ranks. Let's see, adjustments for Resurgence. Teams that place first will now receive 125 from 100. I can get behind that. I mean, the Rank Play Resurgence dubs are very easy to get if you have solid game sense. Even in the crazy lobbies, you just have good game sense, play it right. So it is more rewarding to a smarter player. I don't really think the dub and Resurgence comes down to skill. Really more or less game sense. Rebirth Island, you do not have to be a good gunslinger to win those matches. It really comes down to like knowing the map, knowing where the circle's going to move. Positioning's huge on that map. A lot of people don't realize how much high ground comes into play on Resurgence on Rebirth Island. It's a very high ground based map. It's just so small, it's not a problem because you're not climbing mountains. Match stats, news, statistics panel for multiplayer have been adapted to Warzone, allowing players to consult their match and weapon statistics during a match. Third-person parachute added a new setting that allows players to see their operator parachuting from a third-person perspective. That's awesome. Icons for armor plates, gas masks, and kill streaks will now appear under the member's health bar to indicate what they currently have in their inventory. Glad they added that back. Contract timer. The contract widget will now display a visual timer, including or indicating the remaining time on the contract. Gang, that is the Season 4 update broken down from start to finish. Solid update. I think, we say it, I feel like every time we're headed in the right direction. So get out there, play it, let me know what you think, and I'll catch y'all out there, man. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, hit the sub, press the like, catch you tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it, gang.